when we did this, we didn't think that there was going to have a positive effect on volunteerism, and that pride was going to kick in. That was nice.
Oh boy.
The Waitsburg Community Revitalization Committee was formed about 10 years ago, and it's just the city looking at the downtown and seeing that it needed to have do something about the appearance of the town. It's kind of going through cycles. It's an ad hoc committee of the city. We have no authority for expenditure of funds. Most of our grants were from government entities such as the port and the Department of Transportation. We got a couple of nice grants from them. The city kind of keeps track of these opportunities when they come up, so they worked with the committee, and when Randy Hinchliff, the city clerk, saw them coming up, he notified us of them, and then we put together the background and we went ahead and applied for these. One of the key things that we did was to create a formal plan and hire an architect to prepare that for us. And we were, I think, miles ahead of a lot of the competition for the money because we were closer to use the popular term, shovel-ready than all of our competition. So to have this plan where people could actually see a conceptual design of what it was going to look like, I think that really helped us land some of these grants. Once we've done due diligence and tried to get the clubs and taken surveys and tried to get people to give us their opinions, at that point we needed to go ahead and act like we were elected representatives and just charge ahead and do something instead of waiting for a democratic sort of consensus. We realized that we'd never get it. And so we're lucky, we were trusted, and it turned out that it was probably well placed because the thing wound up being okay.
I would have to say that to other cities that may try this, don't give up. Don't give up. Just like Jeff's committee, and for the years that they've worked at this, look what happened. Look what they were able to succeed in. And I know there were a lot of hard knocks and hard moves on the way, but they stayed in there, they worked at it, they got the people involved, and away they went. So my word would be, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep trying. Keep working.
Amen to that. We actually delayed the construction for a whole year because we found out at the last minute we needed to do a historical archaeological review of the project. And that kicked it out of the bidding cycle for the year, and then we got nothing but courtesy bids, about $100,000 over our budget. And so we got advice from our architect who said just go back and plan it for next year's cycle. And so we just stuck it on the back burner and got it into the bid cycle in February when it needed to be. And we got attractive bids and we were able to pull it off. So like Walt says, if we would have taken that knockdown, we'd have stayed knocked down. So,
Yes.
so it was good to keep going.
The revitalization project here in Waitsburg has been really a helpful thing for all businesses, mine included, in that there's more people out on the street. It brings more foot traffic.
It's made all the difference, for the outlook of our downtown corridor. And everybody's participated in a very positive way, and that's helped too. So the community spirit revolving around this has been really great.
I see this project as an excellent starting point in our community. Once it was in place, the enthusiasm was immeasurable. People were more inclined to volunteer their time. Our volunteer work became, it was tremendous. It gave them a lot more pride in the community, which I think also encouraged the volunteerism of our people. And it's really carrying on. It's just snowballing from this point on. It really is.
Once it was apparent that something was going to happen, people jumped on board, and while the project was actually underway, a bunch of people got together and formed a committee to do some painting and some other improvements, and then other people got on board and did some donations. We got some benches and the street clock out in front, and some trees donated by private individuals. So it did kind of snowball, and I think Walt's right. There's a certain pride there that people were kind of woke up to the fact that they had something worth preserving. So we're happy with that.
I really do appreciate the fact that buildings that were in some dire states of disrepair have been being worked on and have been improved. It's It's literally the 3 or 4 buildings that are currently being worked on. That very fact has probably saved those buildings from being beyond, I'd say another 4 or 5 years, it would have been beyond repair. These buildings are just works of art, and it's just fantastic that the buildings are being renovated, and I think they're being done very well.
Any neighborhood could use a little freshening up sometime after years and years, and Waitsburg was no different, but it had a really great structure to start with.
We have a saying in our community of Waitsburg is one of a kind, and we need to preserve that. The people take pride in that saying that we are one of a kind in the state, and so we have to be careful and balance our growth with the one of a kind feeling that our citizens have. It's going to be a challenge.
I think Walt's right. Our challenge is going to be in the next few years to manage our growth so we maintain that balance. We'd like to have a few more people so we can keep the downtown healthy and keep businesses with walk-in customers. But on the other hand, we really don't want to feel like a big town at all, because that's the neat thing about the town, that it's not.
I think the future of Waitsburg just really depends on the people and their energy to continue the good thing that they've already done.